Hello everybody. Right, we're back into it again. So, New Year's Eve UK time. It's now 1933, or for the rest of you that don't speak in military, it's 7:30 at night. Hope everyone's having a good time. We're back on it. You need to leave stuff at home. Space for it. Space is a bit of a problem at the moment. We need a bit of inventory space to be able to do what we've got to do today. We need to go on an ammo resupply. Crossbow. Because we got a lack of we'll carry that because the pistol will go straight in there, the knife will go straight in there. We'll carry our water in there, that's fine. It gives us an extra cooking pot. That's got our firelighting kit in, limited AK rounds and some spare ammo for the pistol. What's that one? That is just a farming hoe. We do not need that with us. Drop that off. Good. Put these clothes down. That's sorted. So, what we're going to be doing? We are going for that one. We'll hit the coast, get some fishing done, make our way along. Aim to hit here. These two, this. We might push out this way, hit here. Maybe push down to C-130. No, we've got to be careful of wolves. So come across, do this, extract back, sort our lives out, and then potentially push for outpost, or we'll push down, get some fish, get some gear together, and then push for outpost anyway because we've got a better chance of better weaponry. To do that, we need to bin off the crossbow. So, we need to find somewhere to put the crossbow. That'll do. I need the space. Good. Firelighting kit with us. Ready to go. We don't need the emergency knives, isn't it? And hooks and stuff. That's worth having. We do need a second case that we can put all slots. What I want to get in there. It's a problem. Oh yeah, they're 4. Okay, standard combat pants, but yeah. See how we get on. Okay. Obviously, if we get nails, we'll then push for home and get this all sorted. So our first objective, get rid of that mark, is there. Our first objective is here. Then it will be down the coast and along we go. Do the 2 PKs, see where we are at that point. We need 7.62-39. We could do with a mag for the AK drastically. we having about to have a storm? That is the question. But hey, shouldn't stop us going out. Basically a mag for the AK would be amazing. We need to get the heat buff though. And then we need to push for outpost potentially. Get some better weapons. Do we spare MVGs? Having them though is awesome at last. Keep pushing through the undergrowth. I think the best thing I ever did was make this server. We're after a pallet. Pallet equals nails. Come on, you bugger. You can see me. There you go. Factoring it? No. Take that. I like the kit. If we get a pallet, we'll be pushing for home because the nails will, well, one pallet. If we get 2 pallets, we'll be pushing for home. What condition are they in? Pristine. A lot of weight, but you don't often get pristine stuff anymore. We'll bin it off for something better, but we'll certainly carry it for now. Kit, we'll have that. Rangefinder. I'm not a natural sniper, but as we start pushing down into the southern island, we're going to need to be able to range in for enemies. Fish to start with. food. Junks. Okay, that works to our advantage, potentially. A lot of stuff we don't need off it. But if it's got nails on it and another code lock, that we do need. And that's a go home moment. But we've got to get in and out on limited weaponry. Like we don't need that. Lost some health. I'm not sure why. What have we got? But oh, that's from earlier. So yeah. So in between last night's stream, I've recorded another 4 or 5 episodes. And we got our first airdrop. Log storage. We've already got log storage. We don't need another one. I dumped one on there earlier. What we're after is wardrobe. That's what we really need. Wardrobe. Weapon bundle, weapon rack, a workbench. We've only got the repair bench so far. An anvil will be quite useful, so we can repair knives, blades, and metal work. Come on, give me fish. Or a pallet. 2 pallets. 40 nails. We finish off that wall. Start on the next door. Get the airdrop and get 3-4 boxes of nails and a code lock. We'll be laughing. We can then start to look at putting in place metal doors. Means we can't be wall banged so easily. Got battery in our MPGs. Yep, we do. That looks weird on screen. Yep. Useful for firelight. I think it's weird for all our player base at the moment because we're running spring Namalsk, they're not ready for it. How are we health wise? 79, blood is just 105 under. Okay, so we're okay. Just need to heat buff. But that airdrop's looking mighty fine. We can be a bit more selective with this time because we've got the heavy stuff that we need in. But we've got to clear the Zeds, which is where the problem comes in. Hello. Ooh. You alright?
Yeah.
How was the trip to Smith's?
Right.
More Lego?
Yep.
Excellent.
I got a motorbike. Got the motorbike. Got the Yamaha one this time.
I'm one of the when I eventually have my own place and a geek room. I want the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. I looked at the three. They had the three heads. Darth
Yeah.
Vader, Luke Skywalker, Red 5, and Boba Fett's head. But it had been 160 quid for three, for the
Yeah.
three, and there's not many. I like it to last. They're
Yeah.
only like 450 pieces each. It'd only take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, for me it'll probably take a while because I haven't built Lego in that many years. But still, I'd want it to last.
Everything's still in my base.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I imagine it is. Because everything's still in mine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right then, is that something that needs to be shot? Not a mark. A deer. I'm only in the mods channel tonight, so if anyone else from Goodnight Monkeys is like, oh, it's New Year's Eve and I've got nothing to do.
Yeah.
They can pop in and say hello. It's bloody missed. Dylan was playing earlier.
Was he?
Yeah, he said you've done really well. It's a bloody hard server. I've had to have like 3 fires in half an hour.
Yeah.
He's impressed.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just carry that back into my base.
Ah, there are deer there. Good. Now, that is a problem. I've got a single shot on an AK-74. Get a little bit closer, I think. Need the meat.
Just picked up 9 sheets of metal.
Yeah, I got 25 today. Because they now stack more in bigger quantities, the game automatically's gone, okay, I can put more in a stack, doesn't it? But
You know where
that's
I put
fine. I store them inside fences and gates.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my second code lock today.
Good.
Just need nails. We're back. I'm en route to an airdrop now. Just don't really have the ammo to do it. Do bullets shoot through grass on here?
Yeah.
Only roe deer. I'll do. Yeah, so I hit an airdrop and it landed and probably put in the right amount of Zeds, but on top of it, the place that it landed, there were already like 20 Zeds there.
Yeah.
I used up my grenade and all my 7.62 39 and all my pistol ammo that I had on me just to get in there, and still have to fight my way out of it and bandage myself after having a moment of sleeping. Yeah, it was a challenge. We like a challenge.
Pair of pristine pliers.
Worth having. In the FAQs that I put down with all the pictures of all the base building stuff, the picture of the pallet on the floor in there is the pallet you can dismantle.
Right.
But if I find one in the real world when I'm out and about today, I'll take a photo for you.
What'd you do, Jeff?
The guy that was on this morning that I said that
Yeah.
was on for about 2 hours.
Alright.
From Ukraine.
Right.
Did a restart and then came back in after the restart.
Cool.
Nothing untoward at all in the logs. Not that you'd really see it, but
It's didn't you say it was not VAC or anything like that?
no, it was bans from, like, the last one was a year ago, but it was all from Ukrainian and Russian servers. For like, and didn't say what for, but it was all those type of servers. Nothing was from. There was no official bans.
Right.
And I'm like, you it's different if it's got an official ban on it. If there's an official ban, I'd be like, no, you're not coming on here. Yeah. Or an official ban in the last 5 years. You know what I mean? For whatever the magical figure I decide to work on. But if it's bans from server that were just on their own little notes, and none of it's for glitching, cheating, or anything else. It's all sort of abuse of admin type shit. Actually, it's dayz. Yeah. Got 2 sea chests in my base.
Oh, nice.
I have a fridge now.
Oh, you got a fridge as well?
Yeah. Airdrop was
cool.
useful to me.
That's cool. A really quiet storm?
I think it's a storm.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a long way off still, but you can. Well, actually, it's getting louder, isn't it?
Mm.
Why am I picking up all this rubbish again? Because I'm the looting goblin. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's not clever. I think Mr. Dillon's been here. Or someone has. Items inside a sea chest.
Really?
Not anymore. It mysteriously moved. As they do. A little bit of wood. How far away is this storm, do you reckon?
I don't know, 5 minutes.
Okay. Carry on boarding my meat then. I realise that's not an exact science.
No, not a clue really.
Meat boiled.
Even less.
Yeah. Lie down and wait for the inevitable.
Dylan says he's going to be running around.
I'm really glad. I'm glad that he's like enjoying it. Yeah?
Ooh, Nerg's in as well.
Brilliant. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. Little group of people that enjoy playing the harshness of it. That's all you need, isn't it? And it's hard enough that the idiots won't stay.
Yeah.
I also had MVGs.
Do you?
Mm.
Where do you get them from?
Airdrop.
Nice.
Please don't shoot me, I will be leaving.
Goodbye, Mr. Dillon.
Goodbye.
That was somebody. I think. Oh, that was Dylan. Dylan just spawned in front of me and said, "Please don't shoot me. I will be leaving." Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've done the right thing and moved to a different house. Yeah?
Have you?
Yeah, well, I was lying down in. Dylan spawns in. We've got a storm coming in.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sensible?
Mm. How do you make a workbench?
Yes. Lots of planks and nails, from what I can remember. I haven't made one yet.
dayz workshop.
It doesn't mention in the mod, it mentions in the back end of the server.
No, it's in the...
Is it?
Yeah. So if you go to the actual dayz workshop and then go to discussions,
Okay.
there's a crafting pinned topic. So you need a wooden pallet and 5 planks. And then
Yes.
with the special
Option.
you make the special kit, and then you need 3 pallets.
I need to add those recipes then to the FAQs.
So build a wooden pallet, big frame. So a wooden pallet, and then you need 5 planks. And then it makes a kit, and then 4. Doesn't tell you how to make a pallet though.
You
What,
can
the
find
pallet?
them in the world. There's a lot out there on the coast.
Yeah.
They spawn on boats all the time. But they don't know where to put them because they're not in the new Namalsk way of doing things, so it just puts them on the boats. Which works for me because they've washed the shore then.
Mhm.
And it's stuff in freshy areas that no one can carry when you're a freshie, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is a chance of getting one on an airdrop as well. But if you get the workbench, you can then build lots of other stuff. The workbench lets you make about 10 or 5, well, between 5 and 10, I can't remember the exact amount, but a load of items for your base, if you've got the right resources inside it. It gives you the recipes on top of the workbench itself. And you put, I think you put the items inside and then you can construct them. Before we do the wipe in the future, I'm going to ask him whether he would consider adding to the workbench, make it a flag as well.
Oh, make the workbench a flag.
Yeah, so you could use that as your vanilla flag.
You'd still need it to be compatible with COT though, wouldn't you?
You could have a little flagpole on it with a flag on it.
Yeah, true.
So just you attach the flag to it and you raise it up and down.
Mhm.
It would be 15 stories high.
Mm.
Because that would then allow us not to have vanilla flag. Dylan, wasn't expecting to log back in and you being there.
How long do dead bodies stay for?
I can't
Right.
remember what I set it at. I left it at vanilla. On Banoff, I changed it. On here, it's vanilla. Whatever hardcore vanilla settings are for Namalsk. I think they do a good enough job of making things difficult on their own.
It's suddenly gone really dark as well.
Yeah. Something's not working, isn't it?
I didn't think it was night time.
Nor did I. My MVGs aren't working either. Oh, I've probably got... No. Oh, it's Namalsk, isn't it? You've got to take them off and put them on again. Yeah?
No.
Does some weird shit. Yeah, that storm took us into night. I don't know how that happens.
Does it say what time it is on the server?
Yeah, if you press pause break and go to player tab, it's 19 something. I wonder if the storm's advanced time.
Oh. Did you change the backpacks or not?
Yes.
You did?
Yep. You'll be fine. In the place you expect them to be, there's still some there, but the Gucci one, the green one, has moved.
Right.
So hospital will give you civilian big backpacks, and the green one, the one that's people are going to want, they want to remain a version of hack, has moved.
Right. Into a law area?
No.
Okay.
No. It's still moved, but it's moved into tier
4.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's more of a risk getting it, but
Yeah.
it's a bigger reward, isn't it? I think that's so it's in a no build area.
Right.
More than likely. Yeah. Which I thought was a fair thing to do, because it won't be long before somebody decides to build in the hospital. Because they'll go, all these meds and everything, I could build a base here. Which is quite a sensible move, really. You know, one of those long corridors with all the rooms coming off it, like up the stairs, you could build a double door in it, couldn't you? So out to my stream, because of obviously my condition, because of where I decided to hide, which wasn't my best move, I'm going to go home and take some meds before we decide on what we're doing today.
Did you get mullered?
Yeah, I instead of lying down in a house where Dylan spawned in, I lay down in a garden shed. But I did that on purpose because I couldn't risk him coming round before me and be waiting outside the door.
Yeah.
So it seemed more sensible to leave and lie down in the place I knew that would knock me for 6. I've got MVGs, I can now exit. They're not as good as normal MVGs, but they're working all right. It's not night for a long time, is it, on here?
No.
But yeah, I lost 50% of health. And I need to go home anyway, so I've got an electronic repair kit to add to the repair bench. Made a crossbow earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a scrap dealer. Out to my stream, I'm not hiding in the woods, I'm polishing my glasses. I've got smear on them, so I'm seeing weird shit on the screen. That's better. Frankie's has now completely switched over. Third person has gone. About 25% of their player base have gone, I will never play us on their servers again. They don't do 3PP, supporting the better mode. To which all the mods, admins, and most of us players have gone, oh well. Yeah. Bye then.
Supporting the better modes that people can, like, scum PvP with.
Yeah, I suppose it's fine if it's a 3PP server that doesn't allow 1PP.
Yeah.
Everybody on an equal playing field. And I do understand what they're saying in a roundabout way. That was the first time they found like a proper modded server that did the full-on stuff that did 3PP.
Yeah.
And nobody really does the full-on experience in 3PP, do they?
Yeah.
Which actually, if someone did, they'd probably do really well out of it. I'm not going to. If one of the big players out there had a 3PP server, they'd probably attack and that did it well. You know, the Rearmed of the world. There. That is the repair kit's full, apart from the old anvil.
Nice.
Running out of storage space again. An endless fight.
Just found an old anvil.
should donate it to a worthy cause.
I can get it if you want it.
No, that's all right. Need to find it myself. Let's have some fat to eat. Boiled venison. You going for one of the rucksacks, are you?
No, not in particular. I'm just having a little mosey around, seeing what's where.
I'm thinking of moving across to that island and then moving down the coastline.
Right.
Just so we don't waste ammunition on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Until one of us can do on a regular basis survivor missions, ammunition's hard to come by, isn't it? Or you use it up on just doing airdrops.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oop. I want to look in there, don't I? We do. Nothing in here.
That one. Hit. Hi, Savvy. How's you, mate? You can see things have improved in the base. I'm going to really impress you now, Savvy. See, I'm not going to mention, so I'm in chat with Mark, and Mark has no idea where I live.
We're near Devon, isn't it?
That's the one. What do you reckon, Savvy? What do you reckon? Hopefully, Savvy, you'll find that amusing. See?
Savvy on as well.
I've just kicked off for an unstable connection.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened for a while though. Savvy's come on as well, has he?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Good.
Nice cookie.
He won't be on until Tuesday. Tonight's family stuff. Tomorrow night, Liverpool are playing.
Yeah, and I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, but Cookie's like though that being said, I said to Cookie, so will you be on New Year's Day? Yeah, I will be. So the Liverpool playing? Oh, they are. It's like, who's the fan, Cookie?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really do football, but I sort of understand that it's New Year's Day is a fair chance that the big players will be probably playing a match of football, won't they?
Mm-hmm.
Probably because, for the pure and simple reason, is in days of old, I'm guessing managers would have an excuse to tell their team not to get pissed and undo all their training the night before.
Mm.
Yeah. We got a big game on the 1st. You can't go out on the 31st. That's Savvy's on. Look at that. 5 people. So if we had Cookie and Irish as well. Cooking on gas, wouldn't we?
Fucking hate wolves.
On the way home, that garden line would be going with me. So, I've got another repair kit with me. So, but I might find one, mightn't I? And then I can make myself one of those leather Bergens. I'm no fan of wolves either. Or bears. So I've not met a bear yet on here, and the only time I met wolves was when I visited you in admin role.
Mm.
What would be nice if they did, like, if I Survive and things like that didn't have the bear and map spawns on them.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as much as I'm in chat with you, I'm gonna sit monitoring the loot and goblin side in case Nerg raises a ticket for a flag.
Okay.
Because otherwise I won't know, will I? No, didn't it?
We'll see. You'll see if you've got Discord, you'll have a white dot, won't you?
Will it? If it gives me a white, if it comes up with a usually flip?
Comes up with a white pip, it means that there's something in there that's on red.
Oh, okay. But yeah, only if it, not all, for all servers I've got it doesn't, but yeah. Oh, it's a red dot for me, yeah. But yeah, okay. I don't know if he will yet. He probably wants, it would make sense for him to, though. If he's going to play on here. Just getting that flag up gives you something to work with, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. First splitting axe I found.
So there's one of those, you know, the airdrop things, the rescue things that drop every once in a while. There's one of those where I am at the moment with a large pallet cabinet, a rain collector, and an old fridge.
Yeah, the rain collector, you need to add a tarp to it, I think, and also you need to put an empty gallon drum, like fuel container, which are spawning in the world. You need to empty one out, wash it out, sterilise it, and put that underneath, and then the rainwater will collect in that.
Yeah. I'm going to carry a large pallet cabinet for the time being, but the chances are I'm probably going to drop it.
Worth carrying, if you've got a spare screwdriver, it's worth carrying a screwdriver.
Mm.
Because you can break those down and they go down to a smaller pallet you can put inside rucksacks.
Oh, it's in a box.
It's in a box, okay. But they are big. Was that inside the actual care package, or was that inside one of the medical airdrops at Namalsk?
It's one of the medical airdrops at Namalsk.
So how did it get into that spawn table?
Don't know.
We have no way of setting that spawn table. Or I couldn't find any way of setting it. It must just take it out of things it thinks that to put in there. Yeah?
Mm.
I didn't set that, so that's good. I'm glad that's
all right.
happening.
You can't carry half the stuff anyway.
Yeah, unless you've got a large rucksack, then you have to throw away half the gear that you've got on you anyway. The thing is, if you get the workbench, you can build a lot of the stuff that you need, can't you?
Yeah.
So, depending on where you're living, and we had an advantage because we obviously knew where things were going to spawn in the way of rucksacks.
Oh yeah, but I didn't go building over there.
No.
Oh, fuck off, wolves, you bitches. If I shoot loud here, I'm going to get a fucking bear.
Oh, Dylan's yet to experience that, hasn't he? My smiling bear comes to visit. I'm so surprised Nerve didn't get it yesterday. Oh yeah. That I needed. $17 rounds of 7.62 39.
Nice.
I only have the IZH18 with me at the moment, but it's a single load on it.
Mm.
Why am I carrying a pickaxe with me?
Oh, you tell me.
Not anymore, I'm not.
That's fucking pointless, isn't it?
I increased the ping times for Toggle.
Alright.
So
Any
I
feedback
don't-
from him yet?
No. I told him I'd done it, and on Jag's stream, and Jag said, "There, Toggle, I told him he did it for you." But nothing back from him. He said thank you, but nothing. He's not been in to test it. I know what the problem was. I'd set them in the server to be a certain to increase it more to give like Savvy and Irish a better chance. But CT tools, whatever it's bloody called, overrides it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you can go in there and set that as well.
Yeah.
So I've done that now, so it should make it a better chance. But I get kicked for an unstable connection every now and again.
Happens.
Yeah. It only happens on this server. And it happened on Vanos as well.
Right.
Just life, innit? It doesn't tend to happen when I'm recording, it only tends to happen when I'm streaming.
Weird.
Or if I'm recording and streaming at the same time. I think potentially, if one of the other housemates, if all of them suddenly go, oh, let's watch a 4K movie and all click on it at the same time. And obviously I'm drinking bandwidth, because I treat it as my internet. That's life though. Wait a minute, log back in. I'm doing good, thank you. Alan, welcome to the stream. How are you getting on? You see, I'm going for a swim. I'm being a little bit cryptic because on chat with me is someone else that's on the server and we're not on the same team. So I'll talk in general, or I'll bring up a map and draw little circles with my mouse if you ask what I'm doing and where I'm going. It's Namalsk Spring. So, and it's my server. But we run it as with a survival build. So it's the mouse map with a spring patch to take away the majority of the snow that's not on the mountains, but still keep the cold in and the harshness. When I get out of the water and have a little fire, I'll show you the map. I'm losing health because I'm a little bit cold. Alright, I'm just loving dayz. It's an amazing game. It's awesome, isn't it? dayz is amazing. Just a certain experience. It's yeah, nothing quite like it. Mark, how long have you played dayz before you bumped into us on the server? Have you been playing a long time?
Probably about a year, maybe.
Okay.
On and off, but
so
not
probably
not.
about the same that we had.
Yeah.
If you're interested in playing this server and you play on PC, if you search for Cold Spring Namalsk, you'll find it. It's only a baby server, it's only a 20 slotter, but we do have a 12, 13 people that play on a regular basis. We've only been up just over, well, a week today. We went live. But it is a hardcore build. If you're new to dayz, there's a lot more to it than just shooting people. And all the food has mysteriously disappeared. So you've got to hunt, shoot and fish to survive, or grow vegetables. I say mysteriously disappeared, but we all know it was me, don't we? Have I ever played on Xbox? No. How long have you been playing? So I've been playing probably 4 years, 5 years, 4 years now. 4 years? About right, I think. Yeah. Ooh. We'll have that. Alec Cabinet.
Just dropped one of those because I couldn't pick it up. Didn't have enough room.
Yeah, so I've been playing for about 4 years. I spent a long time watching other people play and deciding that I was too late to play. And then about 4 years ago, at Christmas, I sort of made the decision that I would give it a go. And I think I started playing in the January, probably the first week of January. And I've never looked back since. I flirt with other games, but dayz is where it's at. How do I find the evolution over the years?
Massively different from the original dayz, put it that way.
Yeah,
You don't die by jumping anymore.
Yeah, it's massively different from where it started. I think it's going in the right direction, but I think half the problem... I think it's better for PC because we get modded servers. Massively modded servers compared to the limited modifications they can do on console. So you guys on console have a different experience than we do. So I don't know how I'd find it on console. I really don't. Because obviously we have so much more that we can do. I have to go home at this rate. Got an anvil as well. And another pair of pliers. Now I've got no stamina. So I think they're going in the right direction. I think they're adding in stuff. They're making differences. Alan says he remembers jump deaths.
Yeah.
See, I don't. I wish I had come to it earlier and didn't spend so long watching other people thinking no.
What's attracted the fucking bear?
You found yourself a bear.
I think so. Yeah.
Good luck. If you don't shoot it, it'll just knock you out, won't it? Or the chance of it. We're only going to go to where my RV is because we've lost stamina completely when we picked up that, and then we're going to withdraw home realistically and drop it off. Playing for 6.5 years now. Amazing. So what do you think of the changes? Are you happy with them? Vanilla service. So, as much as this is not vanilla, it's apart from, it's not over the top modded. Would you agree, Mark? Yeah, the base building thing is a base building thing. The items that we can put in for repair benches and such like are very nice, but they're not. We haven't got massive weapon packs on here and helicopters and sports cars and ATMs and traders and all that shit. I tried to build it so it feels like the end of the world has happened. Okay. So we've got to make a choice. Do we sacrifice some of the stuff that I've got? That's the problem. And that. Ah. Here comes naughty times. Yeah?
Hmm?
That's, I think we're about to get a storm.
Again?
Yeah. Need a building. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's happening.
The bear and 6 wolves if you want any meat. I've got no room to put it. Oh, actually I have. Let's get some bear meat, shall we?
I'm taking cover where the Bergens used to spawn.
Ah, you've got ages yet.
Yeah, I've got to get there. I've got an anvil in my pockets. Yeah. And potentially fight my way in as well, past all the Zeds.
I think I've been quite lucky in the fact that what I've done has basically cleared out the rest of this area.
So we've got ages.
We've got a while yet.
I don't want to get 50% health taken off me, do I, again?
No. What's that? M79. Still want an M79.
Lots of grenades around for it. Do you have a weapon rack
carry
yet?
it there, really. Yes, I do, but I don't have the space to actually put.
Okay. How many weapons does the weapon rack take? I've not seen one yet.
Quite a few.
Good.
So I've got the basic cabinet, was the first thing I got, like the weapon cabinet thing.
Okay.
Tell you what.
You know the place where the rucksacks spawn?
Yeah.
There's a bear in here.
Is there?
Yeah. Luckily, I'm climbing a ladder and it's at the bottom.
I would suggest then that somebody has dragged that there, because there shouldn't be a bear just there.
No, there shouldn't be. I would say our friend Mr. Nerg. Yeah?
Maybe.
Or you?
No. Defo not me.
Honestly, I think there is a massive room for improvement. We've come a long way with the servers are run. They're not nearly as much hacking and corruption has gone down. Yeah, that's fine. I think there's always room for improvement. It's 10-year-old code, isn't it? And they've got a lot of work, a way to go yet, but they have come a long way. I'm with you on that. But they're supporting it. They're still taking people on, and they're still doing shit for it. Which is really good. So I suppose it could be Savvy that's up here, couldn't it?
I know there's some bears around there because there's the bear that was more towards the industrial.
Yeah.
But I didn't think there was one actually in the middle of that place.
Unless somebody shot in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dragged it in.
And then it dragged it in, and they were in the air, and they're reasonably close by. Yeah.
Okay, now it's time to get cover.
Yeah.
Let me just see what's in here first. Look.
Extracting from here might be an interesting scenario. Yeah. But those bears are no joke. I 100% agree with you on that one. And these are worse. So the bears I have on this server, I've increased their HP, made them see further, and they run towards gunshots.
Like all bears would.
Probably wouldn't run towards gunshots, but the other stuff they do, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Food was scarce, and they knew humans were food. They might learn to run towards them. Yeah? I'm reasonably geared. Just need to get that shit home. Fuck standing up again. Every time I stand up, I trigger the bear. And I think this might be a recycle scenario. Might be losing the old anvil, that's for sure. I'm guessing Nerd would come back here because he knew the good rucksack's here, wouldn't he? Unless you came in here for a rucksack and brought it up here.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not there?
Yeah. When you said that you got one of those medical crates, I guessed where you were, ish. In my mind, I could see a medical crate on a hillside. Near an aircraft.
No.
Okay.
No, but you were right with the first bits. At altitude.
Yeah. When I was monitoring in admin mode the person that was on today, because I was worried that it might be a problem. I was watching that little dot move closer and closer to your neck of the woods. And then he logged out.
What?
Oh, yeah. I could just hear you spawn in, walk out your base and get shot. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm immediately suspicious if I log in and I don't hear wolves.
I should move the wolf spawn from there.
Right. Why are there no wolves here?
That's probably to a certain degree your useful thing then, as long as you've got the ammo to deal with them. Because when you spawn in, it brings in the wolves, and if anybody was in the area, they'd be like, "Fuck, there's wolves here."
Yeah, I've got an amphibian now with like 150 rounds.
Yeah.
So see a couple of shots each.
Can you punch them through your door or not?
They won't come through because there's effectively 2 doors, isn't there? They don't come through both. Just saying that I'm now actually out of amphibian ammo that I brought with me.
What was some of the coolest random encounters you've had with players that were unexpectedly cool? I play a lot of hardcore PvP servers, so random encounters with players doesn't often happen. No, actually, for me, I very often I shoot first and miss and die, rather than have a random encounter. I'm not that type of player. I think probably my favourite experience was I was playing on a different server a couple of years ago, running around with a member of the team that's not on tonight.
You've played with a lot of cool people, though. A lot of streamers you've played with in events, like TRMZ and that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I've played with Lottie in an event.
So
you lasted longer than TRMZ in an event. He died before you.
Yeah. Shot by one of Cookie's team. So we were running along, and it wasn't a major player that was watching my stream and going, and we were just bimbling through the woods, and he was going, and Cookie, my friend, said, "I found a base. And he's in the chat going, "Don't put it on stream." Yeah, banned. And that was Ban's Cave. I thought that was quite awesome.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
When Ali came to our rescue, so we were on a server called Freedom 35. We were getting raided. We requested help of a loose ally, and they came in by helicopter, dropped the team off, and helped us assault the base and take it back, and then took everything for themselves out of the base. yeah, but we had the base back, didn't we? Yeah. That was quite amazing. Sometimes I've bluffed myself out of some stupid situations, getting shot. When people run up to you and you know they're about to assassinate you, and I just go into gone. If it make you feel better, killing a freshie, off you go, give it a go. But as Mark just said, I think I played with some big players out there. Who was a guy from Cornwall that I played with the other year, my first year, Sour. So I played Kings of the Castle my first year with Sour and the year that we won, and then 2 years with the Running Man in the same team, which I suppose is quite big in the big scheme of things. Cookie and I on a server had a random encounter with Ariana. We went in a house at night. It was a cold server, and we went and we saw a fire going, and we were both like, let's go and murder them. And we went in there, and they were holding guns up, and they're like, "Are you armed?" And we were like, "No." And I'm like, "Cookie, I know that voice." And we went in there, and they were quizzing, and we were quizzing, and they couldn't say who they were. And they asked, and they said to Cookie, "So who are you?" And Cookie went, "Cookie." And Ari's mate went, "Are you the Cookie monster?" And Ari then said, "And you must be the looting goblin." Yeah. Like, well, we know who you are then. Quite nice. I see Dylan's making use of the log out when it's a storm method.
Ugh. I'm going to rib him about that.
Yeah, that used to be a Dylan thing, didn't it? Remember him telling me and Savvy, oh, if the storm's coming in and you ain't got the gear, just log. Give it 5 minutes and come back in. Right, we're going to stay laid down for the moment in case we hear the bear trigger to someone else. I think I do have. I've forgotten I had a lockpick on me.
Ooh.
So I now only have to cover one entrance. But that bear's not going anywhere.
Well, you have to empty your ammo then. Think of the meat.
Think of the other bear that will spawn in because of him. Yeah?
Think of the meat.
That's pretty cool, man. It's experiences like that, not knowing what's going to happen every time I boot this game. It's a mystery, and it just keeps me coming back. I just like the. I don't know. I just like the game.
Storage pallet kit 3.
Pop the anvil you're carrying on the bear's head. Yeah, I know. If only it was that simple. Oh, I was kicked off for an unstable connection again.
Didn't have lent your flatmate the PS5.
No, we're not discussing that.
So
No,
he's downloading games.
no, we're not discussing that because I went downstairs the next morning and he just left it lying around, trashed the boxes.
Oh.
So I packed it up, brought it back upstairs and put it away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The last time I try and be
Well,
nice.
there's a non-trustworthy git.
Don't get me wrong, there was a tear on one of the boxes anyway.
Yeah.
But there's now more. And yeah, the door's locked, but I would have thought that you'd probably say, but yes, when you say yes, you want to borrow something, you might have then said, okay, yeah, I'll stick it away in my room while I'm borrowing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, it was in the front room. And I left it a day to see whether there'd be a, oh, need to take that, but no. So I extracted that and put it away. That'll stay here until eventually I have my own place and that becomes a Blu-ray player. And a bit of sort of front room light-hearted gaming.
You've got communal areas in your place then?
The front room is.
Right.
And the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Are you guys UK side or stateside? So I'm UK. Mark is also UK. Cookie, who's on normally, is UK. Savvy and Irish, who we often play with, are Savvy's Canada and Irish is California. Yourself? Whereabouts are you? I'm gonna have to go downstairs and shoot it through a window. Hope when I get down there, yeah? Luckily, it's glitched through a door.
What?
The bear.
All right. Where was that airdrop?
Don't know.
Oh, I like it. Is Dylan not kiddie yet?
He's not said anything.
When's it due?
Now.
Oh, right. What, now?
Yeah.
Now?
Now. It's...
Oh, right. Idiot.
Proving to be a challenge. The bear's dead.
Mm.
Now I've got about 200 zombies to deal with. I don't really need the bear meat though, do I?
Well, you know, once you've got bear meat, you don't really need anything else.
Exactly.
One, two, three, four, 8 gun slots, by the way.
Okay, that's really good. Oh, that was a challenge. Let's get out of here. See, it's night time again.
Yeah. Maybe slow it down a little bit.
The night time and the night time, yeah.
The whole day thing. That seemed quite short to me. That was like.
I think the storm that we had keeps it forward in time, doesn't it? That's what's
Maybe.
happening. Is the storm is advancing time. So it was like light, because it should be longer than that, and if we don't have storms, it is. But storms are fast forwarding time.
I didn't realise that was a thing.
It probably doesn't affect it if it's a server that has a really long day and a really long night, or short night, or long night anyway. And it's not so bad when you've got snow everywhere, because you can see a lot more out on the ground, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Or you used to be able to. You probably wouldn't be able to now with the new 1.23 skybox.
Yeah.
Savvy, could you tell the server owner that someone's turned the lights off? Yeah, sorry, Savvy. I blame the server owner. But nights aren't that long, mate. I wouldn't worry. And what time is it now in game? It's 8:30 at night. It'll soon be 5 in the morning. That's a nasty incident with a bear, but I only got like 4 bits of meat off it.
Or?
Yeah.
What did you do? Blow it up with a grenade?
But I'd shot a lot of ammo into it from various directions from the top of the hospital. Before I got bored of it and went downstairs to deal with it face to face.
Fair enough.
Well, face through a door to face. Yeah. No, Dylan says, nah, Davina needed help with something. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan. We believe you. Out to the chat, if somebody comes in now requesting, say, any help from me as admin, all that I would do is you see me just put on invisible and God mode and not move off the spot, and then I would deal with it, and then I'd take it off again and carry on. What I do is everything that I either stream or record, everything I do on the server. And everything that I stream, I then download and upload in order of the recordings as well. The only time that doesn't happen is if I am coming on to test a new mod or just doing admin work. But everything I do with regards to my gaming side is all on camera. So people know that I'm not making use of the fact that it's my server. I realise it's a fear of some people, but if you see my PvP skills, I don't even think with God mode on I'd make it a bit better player. For a biscuit.
So, if I take to pieces something that I've just deployed,
Yeah.
is it going to put it into the kit, or is it going to dismantle it into the pallet?
It dismantles it into a pallet.
Oh.
But you can redeploy it from that dismantled pallet. Because I took down an item earlier, and then I put it where I wanted it a second time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can't change what that kit is.
No.
Right, I get you. That would have been good.
Yeah, if you could break down a kit and then rebuild it how you wanted it. Like if you could cut a bed up and you get 20 planks out of it and 20 nails or something.
Yeah. Well, that's just a real fucking place to
Savvy, if you see the server owner, can you tell him that I need unlimited stamina and auto run? And not getting wet when you go in water. I think that sounds quite fair to me. I think Savvy's left the server because it got dark. He needs to hit himself an airdrop and get a set of MVGs. That's what he needs to do. Or pop over to Outpost or the submarine or wherever else they spawn. The downside on here is because the clothing's nerfed and the backpacks are nerfed, the dry case you can't get sticks in to keep them dry. So you're going to have to get a large dry bag to take fire kit out onto the ice floes. Or just have a fire using rags, yeah? Does that make sense, Mark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to think differently. Which is actually good, because you're going to have different clothing depending on what you're going to do. Or different backpacks. Tonight, I was originally going to go to Outpost.
There we go. Quarter to 10, and it takes you an hour and a half, maybe?
I have to get home and drop this stuff off first. And I don't have the ammo to do it now. So the endless search for ammo starts again, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
After that nasty incident with Voodoo. Nerv is still on though?
Mm-hmm.
I like it, I'm glad he is. Glad he's coming back. So yesterday he was just like, look, this is awesome. Do you want some money towards the server? No, it's fine, mate. I don't need any money towards the server. It's okay.
You know when you said that to give it more oomph, you buy. I can't remember how it works. You can buy more power to take it up to like a 40-man server.
Yeah.
But can you still leave it at 20? So it's a server with more oomph.
Yes. I could go to so rather than go to we're on 20 slots because that's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
And it's whatever processor it's got now. I could move to I can move to a better processor, and I could move to more RAM, and I could move from a SSD to a M.2.
Right.
All for cost, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's about 3 choices of processor.
And can you do that without wiping the server?
Yes. Yeah. Just go in and say I'd like that one there.
Good.
And then it's a monthly cost, and it increases your monthly cost going forward. And you can downgrade as well.
Right.
But the 20 slot server is X amount. Between the 10 slot server and the 20 slot server is an extra £3 a month. To go to the 30 slot server adds an extra £20 a month to the price.
Big jump.
Yeah.
Is it cheaper to
By a year
just
at a time.
up the CPU rather?
No. But that would be the... Ultimately, on this sort of server, you'd probably want 30 people in here. Yeah? In the perfect world. With a bit more oomph. But I don't think we need it at the moment.
Okay.
And I don't think I can warrant it at the moment, if that makes sense. MVG's off. Nice weather now. Savvy, you can come back. All is forgiven. Now I have to make it home. Alive. How many have I got left on? 76239, nothing. So if we switch, okay. Do you think it needs a faster processor to run it, do you?
No, it's just, I mean, I think it's alright at the minute. I don't know what it's going to be like when we get more people in it, I suppose.
I mean, the thing
We'll
is...
see what it reacts like as it gets more and more.
Yeah, we don't have hundreds of mods of filling it up with weapons and helicopters flying around and... Yeah?
Yeah.
So that helps. On the hardcore build, as you know, the loot table, whatever it's bloody called, the loot table is what I call it. So that's what it works. Types
This
is
central economy.
yeah, the loot table. Types is normally 48,000 lines long. On the hardcore version of this, it's 32,000 roughly long. So they got less stuff anyway. And then we've added in our mods, but that's not done a great deal. And then he has his second central economy, which is for the end of game stuff.
Yeah.
Which I've added a couple of items to, obviously. One item to.
Right. Okay. So I can do this. Can I do this? What's in this one? Move that to there.
Strange enough, the sun's come up and Savvy's back on the server.
Oh, he needs banning.
Yeah. How did that happen?
That's that. Put that there. I'm going to try something. It might be stupid. It might not. It might work. It might not work.
What are you trying?
I'm going to try and make a workbench.
Okay. I hope it does work, and then you can explain to me so I can write something for the
Right.
chat.
So that's going to have 3 pallets in it. So basically, what I've done here is I've destroyed, or rather,
Yeah.
taken to pieces a pallet cabinet.
Yep.
That disassembles into a pallet cabinet kit, which is a pallet cabinet with 3 pallets in it.
Okay.
So now, if I make a pallet, wooden pallet, make a wooden pallet,
and then add that to it, you're hoping it'll make a special recipe for you.
no, you have to add 5 planks to the wooden pallet.
Okay.
So if I do that wooden... Right, so I've got 6 planks in my hand. If I hover over the top of that wooden pallet, I get craft pallet table kit, cabinet kit, box kit, bed kit, craft special kit.
So you
So
can
I'm gonna craft
deconstruct to make new things then?
No. I make a pallet bare.
Okay.
You can't take a pallet kit to pieces of any kind.
Okay.
So that is now a special pallet kit. Now if I put this special pallet kit over here, and then I put 3 pallets in it, it becomes a workbench.
Did it work?
Yep.
So it's a game changer then?
It's good. You just the ball ache is going to be making all the pallets.
Okay.
Unless you have them already.
Yeah. And I'm packing all mine up to get 3D nails.
Yeah.
Whenever I find them. Because...
But if you get a kit, right? If you find a kit out in the wild,
So I've got with me at the moment, I'm taking back a pallet cabinet kit.
a medium one or a large one?
It doesn't say. It just says pallet cabinet prefab kit.
Right. So that will be the 2-column one, which is that will have 2 pallets in it when you take it to pieces.
Okay.
So now I have a workbench.
So what do I do with it once I've turned it into... I still need to make a pallet, don't I, to add to it?
Yes, you put 5 planks in the pallet. It's got like
You can make everything,
on
can't
and
you?
shit. Floor
Yeah, because
lamp.
I've enabled it, allowing it to do everything because it's reward. Yeah.
Yeah, but now, I'm really excited now.
Okay.
Now I can take all my tools out of my storage,
Yeah.
put it in the workbench.
This is a really good base building pack, isn't it? Or internal. It's and the fact that it doesn't have code locks is brilliant. It solves that problem. Code locks are for your doors.
There's an epoxy potty in there somewhere. It did. Pipe planks can go in there. I can put my nails in it. I've got wire downstairs. I've got no hatchet.
And then you're going to be able to see what you can make using it, can you?
Yeah. Does it have room for a crowbar? No. Obviously doesn't use a crowbar for anything. Room for a big axe. Weird. It's got a weird selection of tools on there. And not tools, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't need that anymore, but I can take my metal sheets out of there and put them in there. Oh, they look well cool as well.
Do they stack at the end, like from the picture?
Yeah. It's a shame you can't take cabinet hits to pieces.
Yeah.
That is a shame, because this is just going to sit on the floor and
we might be able
despawn.
to. It might be a setting somewhere in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of settings I haven't altered,
Right.
so I can go through those settings with you, and we can work out whether we can do an upgrade to allow that. I'm all for allowing people to deconstruct things and build what they want.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes more sense.
Right. Oh, which desk lamp, repair bench, floor lamp, small spotlight, craft with blowtorch in hands, solar panel, 10 sheets of wire, 10 sheets, wire and electrical kit.
You'll need a car battery to put inside it. It'll charge up your car battery.
That's cool. You can, I don't think you can. It doesn't look like you can craft stuff directly from it.
Okay.
So you'd have to have them in your hand. But it's a good storage, and everything that you put out is on display, like you would think it should be. It's cool. Like this. I like that.
Bugger. Fuck, I'm dead. Fuck.
What happened?
Zombies. About 200 yards from home.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You alright?
I'm doing good. How's everyone else doing?
I just died.
Happy New Year, Sammy.
Happy New Year if it happened for you yet. If it hasn't, it's tomorrow it happens for you, isn't it?
Today.
It'll be morning there now, right?
Savvy time, he's about 5 hours behind us, something like that, Savvy?
Yes, it's 5 p.m. now.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
5 hours.
So who fired that shot in the city?
That was me. And my body is... I'm going back to it now if it's still there when I get there. You haven't stripped it of everything that's useful.
I have not. No, I do not know where it is.
Yeah. Bulletproof wolf.
Bulletproof wall?
Yeah, bulletproof wolf.
Oh. On the server that Cookie and I are playing and you occasionally come in, Mark, there was somebody made a question yesterday about how come I can get wall bangs within the base building pack? And they went, that's why you can make armor piercing ammo. I'm like, why? Armor piercing ammo will go through a wall. Oh, so I'm not safe in my base. Well, no, not unless you like go back and have somewhere like a safe room somewhere and you live in that. But that's why we have armor piercing ammo. Yeah. They were it was lost on them completely. Can't believe I just got cruelly murdered by a zombie.
dayz decided to stick me in a wall so I couldn't move.
Ah. Savvy, I don't know if you saw in the Discord that at the point where you're ready for a flag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, just you request it. All I do is I teleport to you, everything to build your flag. So it just doesn't mean you have to run around on the map trying to find 32 stones. It makes life easy. You don't have to do it like Cookie said. He'll probably make one, try and do it conventionally.
basically going.
Yeah. I think he'll try, and then he'll be like, is there any chance you can teleport me the gear?
Yeah, at stone number 18,
Yeah.
he'll be like, oh, I can't carry any more stones.
Yeah. Is there any chance you can just teleport it to me? Like, okay. I've just had a nasty encounter with a bear. Savvy.
Did you offer to hug?
I did
You're
offer to
alone
hug
this
it.
time of year.
I hugged it with 762. And then
I don't think
5.45.
they like that hug.
Until eventually it fell asleep.
His arms.
Yes. But at the moment, if my body's despawned, it was a waste of time. Oh,
Your body won't have despawned yet.
I have to make it
Literally
back
just
there.
died. Yeah, when server restart?
Server restart's not for a while, is it?
It's like half an hour maybe.
It'll be no, it'll be out of synco because I did a restart earlier because I wanted to update some settings to try and help you, Nerg and Irish connect. I've increased how much lag you can have before it kicks you, whatever it's fucking called.
Latency.
Yeah, latency, yeah. So, rather than it like kicking you when you hit 250, it will now go, if you spike to like 800 for a second, you're allowed to carry on playing. Yeah. Because I realise that we have you, Irish, Nerg, coming in from the States and playing, or coming in stateside, you, Canada, obviously. That it's nice to, and Nerg's mate that comes on. And I don't know where Nerg is in the States. We were discussing food yesterday on his stream when I was watching him. And he said he's Puerto Rican. I don't know where he lives now. Because I said I had black pudding ready to go for tea today. And I thought I'd better explain what black pudding is. It's like a blood sausagey type thing. He's like, oh, we have loads of blood sausages. As Puerto Ricans, we love the things. And my wife's Polish, so we have spicy ones as well.
So the barn is still full of bear traps. Perfect.
What, full of bear traps?
That barn on the starting island. Forget the actual name. Big long one.
Yeah.
I had a taste in it a while ago.
I haven't been, but I believe that somebody that, well, no, I don't know who. Somebody, but not me and not Mark, has been leaving bear traps at the, in high seats, primed and ready to go.
That has not been me.
So when you climb up the ladder, you break your leg.
On the lookout. Is that an anvil?
Sorry?
I found an anvil. I will
Don't tell him
reenact
that.
the Looney Tunes.
I just died with an anvil on me. That's why I'm running now, hoping this yellow food and yellow water is not going to be an issue. And my health that's dropping because I'm cold.
What just caused me to bleed?
Right, okay, so you basically, the workbench is for crafting an old fridge, repair bench, small spotlight, desk lamp, floor lamp, solar panel, firewood storage, or a coffee machine.
Yeah.
And everything else is basically
Fine.
boxes and stuff.
But
Boxes,
still,
beds, cabinets.
doesn't mean that we won't get a patch at some point with a.
Mm.
He said that after Christmas he's aiming to do a new patch. Fucker. Just got cut by a zombie. Of course, that bloody server owner never gave us any bandages, did he?
Nope.
Did not. How rude of him.
Zombies.
Zombies raise you wolves.
Fuck! If I don't make it out of this, I'll be dead again, and then my body will be gone. Bugger! Things were going so well, Savvy.
They always do. Until they don't.
Right. I'm going to call this an evening.
Okay, mate.
Gentlemen.
Have a good new year. I will see you next year.
Yeah, I'll see you in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good session. Nice to see people on, right?
Yeah, it's really good. Making a difference, isn't it?
It's good to just have for it not to be massively intense on PvP straight away.
I'm dead.
No, mate. There's your New Year resolution. Stop dying.
Yeah. No, but it's a different challenge, isn't it?
It is. And you're probably more likely to get, I don't know what it's like at the minute, I haven't seen anyone yet, but whether you get that sort of interaction initially, potentially,
I think you're
with it
probably
being
more
slightly
likely to
harder.
here. Yeah. I think it's harder, there's less ammo. You're more likely to get people go, I'll swap you a bit of meat for a bandage on here.
Maybe some trades and stuff would be cool, wouldn't it? I need a workbench. Well,
yeah,
I need a coffee machine.
Yeah, I can help you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are more likely to get that one here, which is quite nice.
Yeah, you do that trade and then you shoot them on the way out.
I'm enjoying how difficult it is. You know, it's my own fault that run-in. You know, I had all that stuff on me. I know at base I've got enough stuff. I don't have a rucksack, but I have enough stuff to rebuild myself. And I have pistols and a shotgun, and I can get the other stuff back. It's only pixels, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just annoying that I'm more annoyed about losing the anvil than anything else. It's such a heavy item. Getting one home is so important.
Yeah.
Everything else, by dying, all I've really done is help out my storage problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's alright.
I've done it a few times on the server, overstretched myself. Just taking it for granted that it's easy, and then you find out that it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like Dylan said when he first came on, you know, you've made something actually that's quite difficult. I'm having to light fires all the time, and yeah. And it's only going to, Savvy, just to pre-warn you, as of now, every time there's a server restart, every time that it's night time in game, the day advances rather than resetting on the server restart. So we're in December still, but by next week we'll be in January.
It's just gonna get colder.
It's going to be colder. But then what will happen at the end of January, I'll reset it to the beginning of December. And we'll run basically a week of December, a week of January, a week of December, a week of January for the white.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if we carry on very soon, it'll be summer. And it'll still be cold, but it won't be anywhere near like it is now. So it's going to be easier just to reset it once it hits the end of January back to the beginning of December again.
Heat packs are your friend.
Yeah. But it means that every other week it's going to be a lot harder. You'll need more fires. You'll need to think more tactically.
Run around with one of those, what's the thing that you can make with a long stick and a rag? A torch.
Torch, yeah.
Keeps you warm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, you can be seen from 50 miles away with a torch, but still.
Still going to push for my body. It'll be gone by now. And the restart is in 10 minutes. It will well and truly be gone at that point, won't it?
Default. Hardcore amounts.
What are you looking at?
Dead. Survivor. Green.
I see, Savvy, that mysteriously, when it got dark, I think your game crashed because you're no longer on the server.
I know. It's something to do with the moon. I think it's too big.
Ah. Fair package on BK01. Minutes to make it to where my body hopefully is, the important body. Pick up a rucksack that hopefully isn't ruined and eat some food out of it and get somewhere safe.
You can do it.
700 meters to go.
Roasted coffee beans.
You can find a coffee cup in the game, and you can get a coffee machine for your base. And if you power the coffee machine, put the coffee beans inside and the coffee cup, you get cups of coffee that you can drink, which act in the same way as, like, some servers that have Red Bull. It gives you a boost to your adrenaline, basically.
Okay.
You get a little burst, like for 30 seconds you can sprint. I thought it was quite a nice idea.
You can also eat them.
Yeah. They also do a vending machine for traders that has packets of Lay's crisps inside it, and you can choose how much to charge for them. And the same with the coffee machine. You can actually set a price for the coffee machine and put it into a trader if you want to. So players can go in and pay a note.
Those dresses give you a ridiculous amount of cloth.
Yeah.
Just the regular dresses, yeah.
I can't change that sort of stuff. I mean, yeah, I just can't. The game won't. I can choose to only have one piece of cloth come from every item, or what we've got now. There's no in between. And I can choose how many seconds it takes to rip up an item.
The clean-up lifetime dead player 900 seconds.
Oh, how much? What's that in minutes?
$15.
I'm not finding my body then, am I?
You might. That's in the Globals XML for hardcore Namalsk.
Yeah, which is I've not changed.
For regular Namalsk, it is the same. Actually,
Right, I'm now bleeding. T-shirt rippy up time.
so you get 200 animals. Clean up avoidance is 50. I think that's people within meters, isn't it? Right. Dead animals 600. Dead infected 300.
And I've not altered any of that.
Yeah.
Hard enough on here without adding hardness in.
Yep.
I made it home, now I've got to find out where I died the first time.
Right. Happy New Year, chaps. I shall
Okay.
speak to you tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, no
if you're
problem.
on. Have a good one.
And you.
See you later.
I think my body's gone, Savvy.
How tragic. Well, I know where Nanville is. I could try and bring it to you.
Nah, don't need it that much, mate. It's all right. If you do, I'll be on after the restart. So, If you want to come in for, I've got no food in my base, but I've got a cooker in there. If you've got any food we need to cook.
I need to do that before I go get your anvil.
So I'm going to go home now, get some clothing on, light a fire, warm up, or after restart I will. When you come into the base, don't take the normal route. Take the route you'd expect.
Okay.
So take the route that I'm trying to be cryptic. Yeah?
Yeah.
Take the fireman's route. Don't take the non-fireman's route. Because the non-fireman's route will have things to stop bears.
Okay, so I should deploy a ladder.
Climb out of a window. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Very much so. It'll make life a lot simpler.
Character's a bit too cold.
Mine is going to be, unless I get a fire going now. I'm ready to do. And I can get some clothing on. And I can probably do a trade with you. Something if you bring a piece of fish home, then I can certainly find something to trade with you for it. Yeah?
I'm trying to bring home some sheep. I can hear them.
Ah. That's as good as anything home that's edible. We can certainly talk trades.
I'll be back after the restart.
Okay, mate. Better. Out to my chat. I'll be right back and take a comfort break, and then I'll be back in after the restart. can load back in now, Savvy.
HP left. Finally. Oop. A long stick. I think one, aren't we? Rucksack. Don't have. We do, don't we? We do, we do, we do. We have that. That.
need to go fishing. Sticks. Up. Slide. That's done. Piece of rope for the fishing kit. That's sorted. Gloves on. Okay. Firelighting kit on me.
Time to do some sheep hunting.
I'm just about to go out and do some fishing because I'm yellow food. But if you're in the area, I'm not dying. I'll go and get some wood ready to get the fire on. Yeah.
Might take me a bit to get there.
I heard your shot. That was you. Yeah, it was you. No one else on the server doing any shooting at the moment. What do you think of the server? Are you enjoying it?
When I have food, yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is, especially when the game doesn't want to spawn anything near you.
And there's no food in the game. It's
Apart from the
cooking.
coffee beans, it seems. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hunting, shooting. It's hunting, shooting, fishing, and growing vegetables. Is your food source. Which is why I've got, obviously you've seen, and now it's just you and I in chat, my greenhouse at the top of my base. So I can grow vegetables up there.
So can you only grow vegetables in the greenhouses, or can you make a plot on the
You
ground?
can make a plot on the ground.
Okay.
Obviously you've experienced the hell that is reduced inventory.
Yes.
There is, in 2 locations, 120 slot rucksacks. But they're not on Starter Island, yeah?
Yeah. Makes sense.
They're not... It's common... It basically, and it is reasonably common knowledge, there's pink, yellow, and red ones in the hospital. And in the big hospital. And then in elsewhere, which I'm not telling anyone where they are, there's a green tactical one. But the trouble is then people just fill them up and they've got no stamina, which is a problem I had coming home. But you need them to carry like big items back. But potentially I might have a solution for you. Potentially, if my flag doesn't reach to the bottom floor, you could have a base on the bottom floor.
Does.
Okay.
That's how I found it in the first place.
Oh, you were trying to make a flag here, were you?
Now, I was going through it, and I found a tent, and I noticed the tent had the symbol on it. That's how I knew there's something in there. So I went further up, and there it was.
Yeah. In which case there's... This is the single towers like this are the ones that you can't get up from another tower and come across the top.
Yeah.
But there is another single tower, isn't there?
I think so, yeah.
So you could do what I've done in the other single tower. And when you come in here, you'll see how I've done it and why that might work really well. Well, I've moved the flag since, because we had the flag despawn scenario. So the flag is in a different room now. It's higher up, slightly.
Good thing I had some bones, otherwise I probably would have died.
Are you ill at the moment?
No, my knife just broke.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't able to sharpen a stick to cook my food.
If you get back here, I can cook. We can cook food until the cows come home. I've got a full catering facility.
Yeah, I was able to use the bones to make a knife, so I have a sharpened stick.
And I've certainly got knives that you can have, and I've got a repair bench that you can use to repair stuff. And you can repair stuff back to pristine with it. From ruined, I believe. But certainly back to pristine. The only thing I don't have at the moment is like loads of gear, but I don't have lots of ammo. But I have weapons. Certainly help you out some weapons, maybe some clothing. We have a fridge. We have a first aid kit. Yeah. I have a now. After I was murdered, I lost my MVGs. Map. Do you need a map? We got a map.
Oh, I need a map.
Okay, I can let you have a map. I've got spare maps here. Which then you can make 3D markers. But when
I have
you
a couple
die,
of random places. They stay on there, yeah.
yeah. But so
Right before you die, put a marker down.
yeah. So I have I always keep one map at base.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Yeah. So if I die when I run home, I can delete any markers I don't want anymore. Basically. Once you get a code lock door up, no one can raid you until someone goes to endgame. So until someone goes to the alien world, they won't be able to get the device that will allow them to raid you. And at the moment, no one is close to getting there. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're a long way off that.
People are barely getting off the starter island. Even then, they starve to death.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people think this is normal Namalsk. Yeah, basically. And they're not ready for the hell that I've made. And it gets easier. But the trouble is, as it gets easier, you start to take risks. But I love it. I've even got potentially, because we only allow people 3 code locks per base. So I've only got 1 door up at the moment because I don't have enough nails. But I do have a second code lock ready for when I've got the nails. Code locks you'll find some in the world, and airdrops have a chance of code locks on them. But I'm more than willing for you to be local to me. I've got a tent I can let you have and a code lock if you want it.
I need to find the stuff myself.
Okay.
It's part of the challenge.
Yeah. It sort of just works.
Are really weak.
It works with this little small server. As Mark said, we got a better chance of interaction and working with people. Right, I'm seeing your How far away from here, roughly, are you?
Probably less than 2 clicks.
Okay, I'm going to go and plant some tomatoes. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how long they'll
That's
take to
fine.
grow, but you'll let me know when you're at the door. But basically,
So I can't-
now Mark's not on chat. Don't come up the stairs. Come up the ladder. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't put the seeds in. I have to prepare the ground first. I can't just plant
Can
it.
you get bait in the ground?
You don't need bait on the mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, because the ground is frozen, so the worms never worked. So they basically said, we don't need it on here for fishing. Which is nice. But we can always, if you've got a base on here, we can always share resources. We can always swap stuff. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not share, as in, if something you want and something I want, we can swap and help each other. Let's do it. Oh, this greenhouse I can't even use because it's not on the ground. It won't let me use... Wow. You have to actually physically have the greenhouse on outside.
That doesn't make too much sense. It's a greenhouse. The dirt's inside the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I get maybe needs daylight, but that, no.
But is it? This is not a mod that I'd ever found before. Right, I'm not going to be running around much more now because I'm red food. I'm going to light the fire. And I'll wait here till Mr. Savvy turns up. And I will swap food for something useful. Yeah?
Yes. Upgrade my burlap sack.
I'm using it at the moment after I was crudely murdered and I lost my rucksack. I'll take a multi-bit because that might keep me alive a moment longer. We have fire. Yeah, just let me know when you're here and I'll open the door for you. Basically, once you've killed a couple of wolves or a deer or some pigs and you're fishing on a regular basis, you soon don't need so much food. And because we give you a hook when you spawn in and you can rip clothes up to get rags and you can get a stick, you only need to find a knife. Or there's stones that spawn in everywhere. So you can quite quickly get the fish. No, Irish, when he was on here, and he said he was on it for about 4 hours and he kept dying. And I was like, are you alright, mate? And he's like, yeah, I'm learning how to be able to survive on your server without getting frustrated. And then I got a message later on, I now know how to fish, how to gut the fish, how to cook the fish and eat it. So he got there. Yeah? We have had a whole conversation about him locking away his stuff that's inside a shed and just not leaving it. And he's like, yeah, people can share my stuff. Yeah, it's dayz. People don't share, they take it all. Yeah. But we're working on him, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually.
I see now he plays Dark Souls now.
Yeah, he's back to Dark Souls again now, isn't he? He'll come back again.
I've been playing through Wasteland 2 now.
You are.
Yeah.
That's the one that is the Fallout that we never got, isn't it? Is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could describe it as.
It's closer to the original Fallouts in how it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've tried to play the original ones, but they're just like too old for my Zoomer brain, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't go back to the original ones now. I loved Fallout 2. Fallout 2 was amazing. Fallout 1 was amazing for its time. But Fallout 2, I sunk so many hours into it. And really, really, really enjoyed it. And then we were all, in those days, we were all ready for the Fallout 3, the original version that never came. Which was going to be the online version of it.
Yeah.
And that's what they were touting, and then into play, obviously, what happened. And I've never been happy with Fallout since. Because I think I was from the originals. So now, whatever Bethesda did, I wasn't going to be happy with. I was probably happier with New Vegas. Because that was closer to the humour and the grittiness of it and how hard it could be. Not hard, but you know what I mean, how it felt like you were against the world. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Fallout London, if that ends up being a bit more like the original Fallouts rather than Bethesda's version of Fallout.
Yeah, I don't like... I can't stand their guns anymore. I played too much Tarkov. The guns just piss me off.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I quit Starfield is just they didn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm warm and watered. But I'm certainly not fed. How far away are you, mate?
I'm almost there. I'll pick up the pace now. Waiting for my health to regenerate.
Okay.
Because I was in red.
Ah. Yeah, no problem.
I have about 4 steaks. I did 4 steaks. Looks like I'm missing one. I have 3 steaks.
That's fine. I only need 1 steak to keep me alive long enough to go fishing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got my kit ready to go for building a fishing kit.
I'm entering the city now.
Okay, mate. I can give you a tour of the base then. And you can repair stuff on the repair benches if you need to. Also got a crossbow if you need one. You can make bolts then.
Stamina. Let me jump. There we go.
Yeah, just come up the ladder. Don't jump onto the broken stairs and come up the stairs, because you'll run straight into a bear trap. And then a minefield.
It's not that building, it's the other one.
The tall one. There's only 2 of them. It's one near the shop. That's you, is it shooting?
Yeah. I got surrounded by the zombies.
I can see the zombies running around near the school.
Yeah, I came in from the side of the other tall building.
Okay.
it's dayz, which means I'm starving, therefore my leg is injured.
dayz. See, it's coming into night time again. Do you have a head torch or do you need one?
I could use one. Just gotta fix my blood.
I mean, it's badly damaged, but I can sort. I've got meds here. We've got Tetra, morphine, the other one that gives you heart rate and stops blood pressure. And I've got a head torch ready to go for you. We'll need more logs.
Found some sheet metal.
No, I've got loads here, mate.
Trying to figure out the best way to avoid all the zombies now that I'm at red health again.
Make some more firewood. Keep this fire going right through the night. No point being out there in the cold, is there?
Of course they can. Okay. Just let me climb up the fence.
You want me to shoot from here and bring him over this direction?
I'm probably dead. dayz moments all around.
I've no way of knowing where you are now.
Looks like I'll be dying underneath the crane. Yeah,
Okay.
right underneath.
Um,
Yeah, I climb up something, the zombie just walks through the thing I climbed up and hits me from underneath.
yeah. I'm going to have to go out on the ground anyway because I'm so desperate for food. You're going to need to set an RV for... You're at the crane. Over there. I'm going to have to go... You dead, are you?
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm going to go straight down to the coast and catch some fish. 'Cause
Yeah, I spawned there. Might be able to go get my stuff.
You reasonably close, or
Yeah.
how far away? Reasonably close.
I have a marker which is in the area of the city and I'm at like 800 meters.
Okay. I'm still going to try and go fishing. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, 800 meters doesn't mean anything if I can't actually see where I'm going.
Yeah. And I realise I have made a hard server. I get that. But I wanted it to be because it streams well. And it's good for making content on. Stop. Out the back door. Already fallen out with a zombie and nearly dead.
So that's the crane over there. I'll head that way.
In which case, I'll probably meet you in the direction of the crane, yeah?
Yeah.
If I can remember where the crane is. And I probably can't. Right then.
It's nearly a full moon. I can't see anything.
No, it's when they brought the new skybox in. And this also isn't snow. If this was a snow build, it would be easier. Right, I'm back home. Because if I look like I'm going to die, I'm better off putting my clothing into a locker at home and dying than I am losing even more stuff. And in morning, I've got a better chance of getting out of here alive without bumping into Zeds, haven't I? But I'm going to stand at my kitchen window with a torch on. Because that way, you might be able to see the torch. Highly unlikely, because it's only a head torch. But you never know.
I'm in the city again.
Okay. Out to my stream, I'll just give you some night vision. It's been really weird streaming on and doing content on YouTube, Savvy, because obviously I just sat there with a YouTube account that I didn't do anything with for a long time, and I just.
Do you think you can come down with a bandage, please?
Are you down the bottom of the stairs?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Are you dying, are you?
I have a cut.
Bringing a bandage now. But I'm about to die myself, so if I die on the stairs, I'll try and get to you first, and at least that way I could message you what the code was for the door. Yeah? I can hear you downstairs. You can get to... Do you want me to meet you at the bottom of the ladder?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the one that's grunting now.
If you can just drop me a bandage, I might be able to go get my stuff.
There's that for you. There's a head torch for you. There's a pistol with a silencer for you. And some spare ammo.
I don't need that. I just need luck.
Okay. You want to take the bandage?
I'll take that.
And there's a map for you on the floor, mate.
Oh, I don't need the map.
Okay. Do you need a knife?
No. I have all that on my body.
Okay. Okay, I'm red, energy, and... Yeah, I'll be dead by the time you get back. But I'm going to go upstairs and take all my clothes off and put them back into a locker. That way, I'm not losing them. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then when I spawn in, it's nearly morning. There's no point losing stuff for no reason, is there? And then I can meet you at the door. Let you in. You can cook a feast. I can let you have some supplies. Yeah.
Yeah. So the other building's there. Whoa, that zombie just... How
Attacked
the
you?
hell did he do that? I'm probably dead again. He hit me from white to red in one hit.
Ah, yeah.
Probably too cold to get over there. Kurt does know he generates more heat when he's warm, right? Or when he moves.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to want to. Yeah, I've died. I'm very sad. I'm a bit too far away to do anything now.
Right. When I'm in, I'm not going to commit suicide, but I'm obviously going to die. I realise that, yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave it for as long as possible so we get a chance of morning. And then... Because we're going to start on Starter Island, aren't we?
Yeah.
So then it'll be a case of finding a way home. We can get you geared up and me geared up. At least to start us off again, yeah? Yeah, I know you've got a cut, mate. I need to preserve those if I can.
Yeah, nothing I can do with this spawn. I can't see anything. Can't kill myself.
Yeah, until we get... Good. Fun. Now, let's go and jump out of the... what time is it? It's... 6 AM. Okay, if I commit suicide, well, just standing here until I die. My body's gonna stink, isn't it?
I should be able to cut myself with a fishing hook.
There we are, I've died. I committed suicide. But now, hopefully, where am I? I am 800 meters from home.
Perfect, a sickle.
Need the sun to come up, game. It is 7:40. So I need the sun to come up. There we go. Bring the sun up. Let me get some clothing. I need to fight a zombie. We are zombie 4. Now I need some clothing. So, now let's make some rags. So did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, Santa's mounted on my wall as a trophy.
I can, in my head, I can see Santa flying over your place and going, "Oh, it's Savvy's. I need to take a 5-mile exclusion zone round the place. Deploy the SAM site." Yeah, Santa Goblin got me a surround sound speaker system for my PC.
Very nice.
Yeah. That, I use my monitor for like watching television on and everything, so it made sense.
And I got myself a new monitor.
Okay. What do you get?
32 inches curved.
Welcome. Now you understand.
Now, you can go over 1080p, which all my previous ones couldn't.
Yeah. Curved monitors are awesome. 32. I've got a 34 curved here, but 32 curved is a good size screen. There we are. That's that problem sorted. Now I need to purify these rags. Now we need to, then we need to go Operation Make Rope.
I'm also back to 2 monitors now.
Sorry, back to 2 monitors.
Yeah, Cat broke the last one.
Ah. Was that because you were spending too much time gaming and not enough time talking to Cat?
Maybe that probably is the reason why she decided she was gonna climb behind it.
Up here in case there's a pistol. Not, but what there is a box of 308. Not a pistol though, is it? We need clothing. We need to catch fish. For this. Better. That. Wait. So I've got heat problem sorted. I now need a fire. Need a knife for that. We don't have. I'll be on for about another 45 minutes, mate, to take me up to midnight. So I can feel I've done something to see in the new year. Yeah?
Yeah.
Trouble is, I still wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. My body doesn't know yet that it's not at work. I've got another week off before I'm back. It's nice. It's been a good 2 weeks off so far.
That's wonderful. Silent zombies. I don't think I can lead the shipping container.
The only
Silent military zombies?
The only thing I've put in here that's different than standard Namalsk. Oh, obviously it's hardcore. It's a hardcore winter mode, but the bears have had a buff, so they see further. They run towards gunshots, and they've got a bit more HP. But the zombies are the standard zombies. I think it's hard enough on here without having harder zombies. I'm not that horrible to people, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I'm not surviving.
It's all that lucky.
Yeah, there's 3 military zombies outside my shipping container, and they all decided to stand completely still and not make any noise.
Yeah.
At least they're moving now. I'm at red health, so I can't outrun them. So I think I'll get off here and go make myself something to eat.
Okay, mate. No problem. Well, I hope you have a good new year, and I'll see you next year.
Yep, see you next year.
Okay, cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Basically, out to the stream, if I don't get a fishing rod and some fish, there's no point going home. There's no food back there. So I might as well just keep trying. I'll be dead again. Right, I think I'm going to call it there, same as Savvy did. There's no point. I'll be back in tomorrow daytime recording, and then tomorrow night we'll carry on for wherever I've got to on the recording. But thank you for watching me this evening. Thank you for the sub, and I will see you all again soon. Hope you have a good new year.